Also like another step done. And then I think I need to start looking to upgrade Dan's gloves as a next one. And then after that, I think I need to put rest of the items to Capra. It's only like the Kutum I can put in the Capra. I think that was the only one. So lots to... There's things to do. There's some money spenders there. And then I think after that, I need to start working on the accessories. I think that's like the next step to be done. Well, like I said, I also gonna be doing this new server, new character, kind of a gameplay thing when my holidays start. So I have a little bit more time to do stuff like a grind PDO and maybe also do some other things. And like I'm not gonna be only 100% be grinding the new account. I also gonna be just playing my own this one, my main one, and stuff like that. Just want to see. I'm not gonna also go like very crazy grinding. I'm just gonna set some sort of, I mean, not even gonna set any goal. I'm just gonna do it, see where it goes, and maybe make some sort of video about it. Like that would be my first YouTube video. And then if that happens now, I have to really start investing more on the YouTube videos. I have done 0 YouTube videos, 0 editing, 0 everything. So that's why also like the holiday time, I will be learning a lot of things. I'm gonna be studying new stuff, keeping things interesting, while I'm also pursuing all my side projects and stuff like that. So very interesting times ahead. Very interesting times ahead here. So, but yeah, now today we're just gonna be grinding here. And then maybe there's again more Pal World in the evening. Hopefully now the stream doesn't cut off when I change to Pal World. I've been having some issues with Pal World. It's just some sort of weird crash happening. Yesterday we thought it might be the dedicated server we were playing. Like there was some issues because everybody who were trying to join it had problems or who had joined it. Only the owner of the dedicated server was fine. So I'm really not sure what was going on with that one, but yeah. Anyway, I also did some fixes. I put certain kind of like advices that was online, but you know, a lot of times it's hard to say which one is the correct one, which not. Hopefully one day the AI becomes so advanced that the information they have is just like 1 week old or something. Like it updates so fast. I hope that day will come so very soon, because it's a lot of work to go through with all the nonsense and all the clickbait videos. It's honestly like very annoying. Like imagine what will happen to YouTube when the whole search engine things becomes a thing. Like how is the AI going to favor, like which kind of videos the AI is gonna what is the word, like which videos or whose videos the AI is going to be recommending, rather than now the weird algorithm is just suggesting you videos that might be the thing. But when you are caught in the clickbait algorithm, now everything you just get is clickbait, not even real videos. Because usually people who like to do clickbait videos, they are always doing clickbait. They don't do anything else. They're stealing other people's ideas and then they make a clickbait videos. So I'm just waiting that and see what will happen. At least the probability is quite high for people who are truly making the content out of their own experiences and experiments and testing and all that. Because now, like, okay, like, let's see. Example is probably like now if you go Google, I mean, try to search on YouTube or Google something about Throne and Liberty. Like how many of the videos that you will get is really helpful videos. And then the fact that they are originally made by those people who posted the video. I would really want to see what is the percentage of that originality and non-clickbait videos. But I think like if we cannot go through those algorithms are not the way to go, because when people get really smart, they can figure it out how to go around those algorithms and for their favor. And I think a lot of people actually figured out the algorithm right way, and that's why they also became big on YouTube. There are some people who also became big on those ones. It's not all about like talent or all about doing something really unique and stuff like that. So sometimes it's just figuring out the algorithm. So the AI is definitely still gonna change so much things, and we haven't really seen the full potential what AIs can do, because they are still heavily under development. All these things we're getting from our AIs, it's like basically the early access stuff. So you can imagine it's like an early access, but in game, like a game early access. It's nowhere near where it should be. And the funny thing is, oh my goodness, the one thing I always remember, and I always will remember, how was it like Bill Gates and Elon Musk and some other big dudes, they were like going that the USA government should restrict, or globally like companies should restrict the speed of advancement of AI. And then 1 year later they're saying like, oh, we have also our own AI coming. So in the end, what these big IT people, IT entrepreneurs were trying to do when the AIs really started to put their head out with the ChatGPT and all this, they started to make it so that they did try to do everything to slow the process, so they're not left behind too much. They are like very, like I say, these people, there's a reason they are millionaires. There's a reason they're billionaires, because they know the tricks, what to do. So yeah, they were saying like, oh, we need to sign this kind of like a treaty not to make the advancement of AI too fast and everything. And then 2 years later, they also have their own AI under heavy work. So they just were so much behind that they got a little bit scared, because they started to see what potential like you can do with a good AI, that, you know, they really got scared that actually this could really ruin their company just like that if the AIs go ahead of them too much. So that's why they came up with that thing. At least that's my theory, because it just shows obviously that's the case. Because why would like a person people who are like really innovative and you know innovative IT solutions and all that, why would those people will be like, oh no, we should not do that. We should not. By the way, what happened to the Apple VR? It came out, right? Is it like an more development or something? Actually, that's the thing. A lot of these IT technology stuff that we get, they come and happen so much, and there's like so much hype behind them, and then when they come out, you don't even know they came out. Because that was supposed to come out, right? Or is it like called VR? It's like a what is it like? What was it called again? Not virtual reality, but augmented reality, AR. I think that's how it was. But anyway, like when I heard like Apple was doing it, I was like, ah. And then the way I saw how the whole equipment was, I was like, man, people are gonna buy this like end of tomorrow. And then it's nothing special even. But you know, it's just how it is. I would like to have Apple products, but I just don't like the idea that they are really made everything so that you kind of like get really trapped all the Apple product thing. Like soon we're gonna have the situation that you actually have to have an Apple home. I mean, technically there is already. If you want to have if you have Apple products, you have to have also the Apple smart home stuff. Like everything in the house is controlled by Apple products. I just don't like that kind of like a restriction. It's just I like more of the open concept and stuff like that. You know, like if you do something, somebody can do something better with the with the mindset and workload, why not give them? They deserve it. But when it's like a company has created this kind of like situation that it's not even, it's really not good to change to different company or different product. That's the thing I always hate the most, because basically they're just creating this kind of like unfair market situation. Sure, it's very good for the company. There's nothing wrong with that. The company-wise and the business-wise is a really like one of the smartest things you can do, but as a consumer, it's really annoying. That's why I always, I mean, I think like, yeah, Apple phones and all that, they're really good products and no issue at all. Although I just feel like they're a little bit more pricier compared to what they give. Like the what is it? Like the quality per cost, but the performance per cost is not that great. That's what I'm trying to say. Like the stuff they give is nothing like a worth of the money compared, but you know, making everything easy. Maybe it's for old people. Older generation can use it for better. So yeah. So if you didn't understand between the lines, I'm saying, if you are an Apple fan, in other words, you are old. You are older than me. And I am old. Ay. Yeah, that's a reality. That's a reality. If it's easy to use, it's definitely meant for, you know, like old people. So if teenagers are using apples, man, they should be ashamed of themselves if they're telling like, oh, those are old people. Yet they're using the old people's phone. But you can never win an argument with the teenagers. I mean, technically, you can never win an argument with a dumb person. Okay, if you're really technically, you never really will win an argument. You're not supposed to be winning an argument. That's not the point of an argument, unless you have a weak personality. But the point of the argument is to try to make like an eye opener for everybody to see, like, there's actually a different kind of a point of view. That's the thing I always hated when I was in school, that we have these like argument competitions or something, and it was just so stupid. We had to practice an argument even though we didn't want to agree with the argument. Like on personal level we didn't agree, but we still had to do the argument because it's part of the game, so-called. You know, it doesn't even make sense. I do understand that practicing how to give a speech and argument is very important, stuff like that, but kind of like going against your own belief, it's really annoying. I remember I don't remember like what it was, but I was so annoying. I was so annoyed the whole time when I was doing the like wait, there's a proper word name for that, not argument, but what is it? Man, it's so close in my tongue. The one that this kind of like a thing that two people are like discussing about something, and then they're like against it or are with it, like they agreed or disagree with it. Wow, it's so close, but I just cannot get it in my head. Oh my goodness. What was it again? Wow, I can't get it. No matter how much I try, I cannot get it in my head. Argument, the competition, speaking with among two speaking with two of you speaking, disagreeing, and agreeing the theme, and then you kind of like make a competition out of it. I was thinking, so for some reason I'm thinking dialect, but it's not dialect. Man, it's really bothering me. It's really bothering. I have to Google it. I have to Google it. Oh no, that's a weird kind of thing. Debate. My goodness, how did I learn? I really dig that one. That one I really digged deep. Argument, debating competitions. The whole concept of debating is just so annoying. Because it's kind of like you have to kind of create illusions behind it and make it so that, you know, it really makes sense. So basically you are already at young age in school, they're teaching you how to debate in a way that even though you yourself know it's wrong and it's not the way to go, you still have to go with it because it's part of the whole concept of social life. How the society wants you to be. So you have to agree in the name of competition. But debating should never end with somebody winning. That's not the whole idea. The whole idea of debating is trying to figure out and understanding the whole big picture of it and where it affects and all that. Try to make everybody understand the good and bad side of it. And then make everybody like think like which one is really the good, right option. But no, we have to go with the other way around. We have to kind of like, even though it's very wrong, morally, in any possible way it's wrong, they still have to make it like a competition and you have to win it. It's wrong. And then now it creates the illusion that everybody thinks like, let's say, oh, what is it? Killing a fly is a bad thing. You're not allowed to kill a fly. Even though there's not like any concrete reasons not to. One reason why you probably would want to kill all the flies around is that because they spread diseases quite easily. But you know, stuff like that. But not necessarily fly, but certain kind of like insects can easily do that. So, you know, like the argument sometimes is like, why? Should you completely extinct them? No. But certain situations you need to kill them. Otherwise, problems. But this is the idea. The whole debating idea is just so messed up. And our societies live on that. Ever since, ever since we have just any like a written history, there is something that the debating has been happening. Who is wrong? Who is right? A lot of times the one who is wrong is just so good at debating, they just win it, and then make everybody believe that's the right way, that's the correct way. That's how the ideologies are created, and we go nuts about things. But yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, I wonder how many times in an hour I say, but yeah, true. I think, you know, would be fun to see. That's why AI would be also nice to have. It will tell you everything. Averagely, how many times you say certain word? What is your most commonly used word? Most commonly used word. Yeah. That's the thing. But yeah. See? There it is. But yeah. But everybody everyone has that kind of like a thing they say, you know. That's, you know, it's also a thing that I do say quite a lot of times. Everybody just have those certain kind of things they keep repeating over and over and over quite often compared to anything else, and sometimes it doesn't even matter. I don't know. It's a kind of weird thing. But we are grinding. Today we probably will grind like 6 hours. Which is pretty solid. You know it. But yeah, there's got kind of a lot of things need to be grinding and getting. But at least I've been making progress. I've been like every week I'm kind of like making some sort of gear progress so far. Like last week I got the Garment's Heart, got the Fury Awakening, and some other stuff. So yeah, very good. Very good stuff. I need to work on. Still need to work on a lot of stuff. Oh, my scroll's almost over. Been burning a lot of scrolls also. Don't even know if it's worth to be using them here, but I just feel like you just get so many scrolls in regardless. Like that, like why not to use them still? I mean, technically I have so many free scrolls available if I just use different items. So that's why like it's gonna take a while before I'm gonna really run out of them. But I mean, let's be honest. I had like what 570 item drop scrolls. Like what? That's 250 hours of grinding. Because right now it's like I'm using the scroll. It's double. Like every second is 2 seconds. So double scrolls. That's 250 hours worth of grinding. And then I have a lot of them everywhere. Like I have everywhere. Item collection. Like see how many I have. So many places. Two, 46, 46, 1, 2, 10, 23, 25, 22, 40, and then lower stuff, and there's on the yellow ones. Yeah, that's easily like 600 of them. And then I have a lot of items that I can transfer them into item collection scrolls. So yeah, I'm not gonna run out of them for a long time. Ooh, I got something. Mythical feather. Nice. 3 million. 3 million. Easy. Oh, 5 million. Ooh, the price has gone up. Solid. Kind of liking the Afuaru. And then also the fact that regarding the news account, the whole idea is also to kind of like do it without benefiting from events, like major, like this kind of like short-term events. That's another thing I want to do. So let's say like if I would start and the Afuaru event is available, I mean it's still going, I'm not gonna use any of the items I get, because otherwise it's kind of like will disturb the possibilities and everything, because then it depends a lot like what time it is that you play. So I try to play it as much as passive, kind of like, or as neutral as possible, and kind of give you information. And it's not, and also gonna be like clearly showing like in play time how long it took me to get there, get somewhere. And it's not going to be any kind of like a competition that I want to be faster than somebody else. No, there's nothing on that one. But it's just going, I want to just show kind of a like a realistic kind of like progress. Like I said, like how often people are usually playing. They usually play like let's say like 3 to 5 days a week. Okay, even this is kind of like not even real. It's even less than this. But I'm saying like maybe like average MMORPG player is playing like game usually like 3 to 5 hours a day, maybe like 4 times a week, 3 to 5 times a week. I think that's pretty much like the average. Let's say like average MMORPG player. Then the different thing is when people who are like really like heavy grinders, who don't have anything else, or they're just students, they're not going to work, they can easily be grinding like 6 to 7 times a week. I will say 8 times a week, because they're literally playing like they live like 8 days a week. But no, yeah, they're most likely playing like 6 to 7 days a week, and then they play like 6 to 10 hours a day. If you like clearly don't have anything else to do, there no work, no nothing, even I can easily be going for that. But no, even now, like I started straight up after I was done eating lunch and I was done with my work. I started up straight up. Yeah, and I eat my lunch at 3 p.m. So it's for some people it's not even lunch anymore. It's almost like a dinner. At least in our country, it's like that. Dinner is like between 3 and 5 or 3 and 6. But yeah, like that's like the situation, and that's why I want to like correlate it like the way how it would be if somebody would be playing like like averagely 4 hours every time. So every time there's a 4-hour stamp, I will kind of like have a recap. Okay, what did I manage to do in these 4 hours? What did I get and stuff like that. Very, very detailed, but I want to like make a recap video and timestamp it, and then I have all the videos available. I record everything I do. It will be maybe a lot of cutting, because it might be that I will be just doing it 2 to 3 hours, and then, you know, start doing something else. Who knows how I'm gonna do it in the end. I'm not gonna plan it too much. I'm just gonna go with the flow, basically. The only thing I kind of like have as a guiding me is like a gear planning. I'm gonna have like a gear planning thing going on, and then kind of that's like the only pre-planning I'm gonna do. But otherwise, I'm just gonna go with the flow. Go with the flow as it is. But man, I just can't wait to get to do the journals again. I just can't wait to do them again. That's like my highlight of the whole new account thing. Do journals again. My goodness. It's gonna be brutal. Although I wonder if somebody has made a guide that, let's say, like if you are a new character and you want to do the journals, like what kind of a journals things you can do along the way you leveling up, that you don't need to sidetrack too much. So basically you're doing both of them at the same time. You're doing the main quest and you're also doing journals. Like how far you can go with those ones. So you don't need to go a lot of back and forth. Because sometimes it feels like most of the journals actually it is like you can do them along when you're doing the main quest stuff. I really wonder. That one I really want to know. So I might be asking with my friends and see if they know something. Maybe try to like try to like have some sort of idea like how it is, which journal part is happening at which point. It's gonna be good anyway. Gonna be fun anyway. The whole idea is just to be grinding. And no party grinding, no help with other people, just solo everything. And also enhancing, no enhancing until it's the point that you just have to enhance, like you can't buy them anymore on market. That's another thing. Or if there's no items available on the market, then you have to enhance. That's another thing. But I just avoid the enhancing stuff because it's honestly I feel like it's so annoying sometimes, the probability playing and everything, although it has the PT systems and stuff. But my luck is typically so terrible, it's better for me not to even look at it. That's like even now I haven't even... Okay, I did enhance my La Presca helmet, and it was like almost one of the worst mistakes I was doing. I was just failing, almost like even failing next to the PT. I mean, actually one fail away, I was getting the PT system upgrade. So it kind of sucked. That kind of sucked. So I wasted all that time, and then I just when I was about to get it completed, that boom, gone, just like that. I was like, okay, thank you for wasting this time and money. Oh, excuse me. Ooh la la, ooh la la. The typical grinder position, the posture. Just sliding slower and slower, sliding more down and down. That's always the funny. It just happens naturally, even though how you try to focus on it. But when you just get to that kind of like a zen moment, you just like, oh, just almost falling asleep. You're just in the old world. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. But it's been a long time since I was like really doing some grinding in any game that I started to feel like, oh my goodness, I can't even keep my eyes open anymore. And now talking about grinding, I was actually I was kind of like a little bit interested to buy the Diablo expansion now. I saw it was 25% off, although still it feels like it's not cheap enough for me. I just feel like it should be like 60% off, and then I would take it. I mean, if it's 60% off, then I would take it like immediately, without questions. But now also another thing is like a little bit interested is like, when is the new season coming? And what is the current state of Diablo 4? Like, honestly, I haven't checked anything about Diablo 4. I don't know anything. All I know is still that like the new